Hey, hi, hello, welcome to the void. This is where we live now. It's nice and quiet in here, and I think I like that. There's no noise, there's no death, there's no sounds of imminent blue screens and crashing software. I think this is what the stream is going to be now. Just you all, me, and this endless, infinite expanse before us. That is obviously a joke. Um, let's get some music rolling. Give me 1 second. Ah, we're gonna play some. We're gonna play some Battle Beast. We love Battle Beast. All right. Hey, we're back. So, might be experiencing a brief change of plans here, on account of the fact that my entire computer just decided to seize up and have an aneurysm. Um, I think we're gonna be done with Frostpunk for today. I am a little afraid of trying to start that back up again. However, we can hang out for a minute. Let me update my stream info really fast. All right. Yeah. So sadly, I think we're done with Frostpunk for today. Um. So the issues I've been having with my computer recently, they are not just Frostpunk. This is an issue that I've been having with a lot of things. Just my computer in general has been having issues recently where it just stops responding. And like sometimes I can go for days just fine. And then sometimes it's times like this where it's just like, okay, everything's fucking dying. My drivers are mostly up to date, yeah. It wouldn't hurt to do another check soon, but I think it's probably not going to be a driver issue. However, oh god, no! Stop giving me ads. No, I'm snoozing ads. Okay, sorry. Twitch is trying to run ads because I just started up, but I don't want ads to run right now because I'm trying to talk to you all. Fuck you, Twitch. Swear, if I could turn off ads, I would. But yeah, so my computer's having issues. It just kind of stops working sometimes. While I was trying to get everything back up and running, I fully, I had almost nothing open. I closed Frostpunk, I closed Chrome, I closed everything, and it was still giving me troubles. So I really don't know what's going on anymore. And I'm very afraid of having to do, say, like a full reinstall, for example. Um, that said, I might have to. I might have to do some backups and do a full reinstall, as much as I hate that possibility. However, in the meantime, my computer is still good enough where I've been able to do some really cool shit. So I'm going to show you guys some of the really cool shit I've been working on. Because, yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. Let me get Blender and Unity up and running. Ironically, probably less resource intensive than everything I was doing before. Have a good night, Zeph. Thanks for stopping by. I'm just gonna show off a couple of things, and then I think we'll probably raid out pretty soon. Because not a whole lot I can do right now with my computer struggling like this. But I did still promise to show some things off. What's my display capture? There we go. Okay. Blender's coming up. Let's get this opening. Nothing could possibly go wrong, right? Not like I just finished a crash cycle. It's fine. Everything is fine. I have been working on some sci-fi themed assets recently. Primarily for VR chat. But I'm very, very proud of how they're turning out. Most recently, I just finished working on a sci-fi armor set, an EVA suit, for a shark character. And it feels so good to walk around in. It looks so good. Oh god, Blender is taking forever. Alright, here we go. Here we go. This is what I've been up to. In between working on some commission work for people. This is what I've been doing with most of my free time instead of playing video games. Here it is. Oh, I need to actually update this material. One moment. Well, okay, you know what? I'll show off the previous version of it, because visually, almost identical. This is what I've been up to. There is a little bit of proto-gen inspiration in this armor. You're actually quite right there. So the original source inspiration for this armor was a proto-gen character that I was working on. And I adapted the design concepts to this shark character instead. The shark underneath is just the default body, so you can't really see the actual character. But a couple of things I'm very, very proud of on this. For one thing, I spent a lot of time getting the shapes down on this. Spent a lot of time also getting, like, a lot of the little details. I even put in, like, scorch marks from previous battles. I've been learning Substance Painter, so I've got lots of, like, little dirt and scuffs and things like that. quite happy as well with how the eyes turned out. All the little lights. I'm such garbage for all these. Particularly, though, this tail, I'm very, very happy with. It does so much to show off how it would actually move, plating that actually works. And it's also solar panels. Because you got all that surface area, you might as well use it if you're out in space. I think my favorite part of this, though, the boots. I'm so happy with how these turned out. These are individually modeled. I've used the rays before, but these are individually modeled because I needed them to properly be rotated, scaled, etc. to the tail. However, here's the fun part. I'm going to tab in on this. You'll see what kind of detail there actually is in here. Let's go over to solid view here for a second. Yeah, you know what? That's true. I probably could do it with arrays. However, these guys are only 1, 2, 3, 4 faces, then extruded down a little bit. So they're very simple shapes. All I did was I made all these front faces and then extruded them out. Oh, hello. What have I done? There we go. Yeah, I... From what it technically should be, because I was playing with it. But It's close enough. It's only like 25% larger. Actually, I think, technically speaking, that's the real size it should be, but, like, that ain't big enough. Who's gonna mess with that? You know? Like, that's just a long rifle. So instead, it's gonna be that big. Oh, so, here's a little bit of the fun lore about this. It is cumbersome. The concept behind this character, the gun, everything. Let me turn on the body here. She is a bounty hunter who hunts pirate crews in space. Specifically, by blowing holes in their ships and venting their ships to the vacuum of space. So this is a weapon that is designed to be a high-powered weapon used in zero gravity. The size doesn't really matter because, well, it's zero gravity. But, for extra flavor, it has vents on the back. And those vents do expel, like, exhaust, plasma, whatever, as a means of countering the recoils. You don't get sent flying off into space. Here's where it's gonna get real fun. This armor, I put in some extra fun little features here. I put in a feature where these boots are actually magnetic clamps for, walking on the hull of a spaceship. So, I put in a feature where as your foot actually approaches the ground here... hate that. As your foot actually approaches the ground here, these clamps will actually pop out. They will animate and pop out. Just like that. And this feature is set up so those clamps will actually pop out as the boot is approaching the ground, and they'll pop back in when your boot is away from the ground, using a couple of contacts that are right below the feet there. Now, here's the part that I'm really excited to show off. This gun is not just a big long stick. This does, in fact, have a charge-up sequence that looks a little something like that. It also has an idle sequence that looks a little something like this. Although it's rotated and floating behind the back normally. And once it's been charged up, of course. So we get all up here, it's all charged up. Come over here. It's got a firing sequence. And I'm working on even more animations like this. It's a little hard to show off everything without actually, being in VR chat, where this is primarily functional. It probably wouldn't need to be that big. But there is a certain amount of rule of cool you have to have. Can't ignore that. But it also is sized up a little bit because I've been playing with it and animating it, and that's a little bit easier when it's sized up. Ah, the bots are back. Moment. There you go. you know, it's allowed to be a little cartoonishly oversized. One of the things I'm currently working on right now is a charge-up sequence for the high power shot. But this is still very work in progress. A lot of this right now is just me getting down the motions. This isn't timed or anything. It's all just motions of individual parts. And even then, I'm not fully happy with this. I'm probably going to change the way some of these parts move. But yeah, this armor should be going up on Gumroad fairly soon. Ideally before the end of next week, time permitting. Because there's already a few people who've expressed interest in it. But yeah, that's what I've been up to recently. Just wanted to show some of that off. In the meantime, we're gonna go find someone to raid out to. And to everyone who's still here, thank you all so much for coming by. Sorry that it ended up being, you know, wildly scuffed today. We'll see what I can do about that. Yeah, of course. It's always good to be back. The overlay does work. That's the good part about this. Hey, speaking of satisfactory, there's someone streaming right now. Let's go put you guys into satisfactory. Alright. Have an excellent night, everyone. Hopefully, we'll be back next week. Thank you, Blake. Have a good night.